Woman international, field marshal, no partial. You don't know we are 5-star general. You don't know motivation academy. Follow me. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune to the main event. The beat maker from Jamaica. Stevie Culture. Well, I got what it takes to rock the place. Well, Stevie Culture in the place, you turn up the place. People rocking all night with smile on their face, on face, on face. You know what? Because we got the beat to make you rock, and we got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. Because we got the beat to make you rock, and we got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. And you know when the beat start bouncing, and then people start jumping, you hear the beat and you got to do something. Well, even the baby in the beat start bouncing. We're rocking the stadium, the bar on the club scene. I'm gonna drop the wickedest sound, making you know I am the best around town. Everywhere we go, we just tear it down. You wanna know why? Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. This one is gonna take me to the top. Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. This one is gonna take me to the top. Hey, the lyrics of the songs I sing, I don't have to edit. If I got to do that, forget it. True man make this beat so he'll get all his credit. Go tell your own word that Steve Culture said it. Making music is so easy. I'm going to play my tracks for my friends and they all say, wow, you used to be sharp, but you're much sharper now. You wanna know how? Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never wanna stop. The one you're gonna take you to the top. Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. Woman, yo, the people of the vibes and the beat and the energy. Everywhere we play, people always admire we. Buying up our CDs, coming to our party. Tell me how much you love our style and our energy. Everywhere in the world, that's Stevie Culture go. People want me to stay, they don't want me to go. Them screaming, shouting out for more, backing up the dance floor. Always need an encore, because I came to make you rock. I got the boom style to make it pop. And when I start, I never wanna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. Because I got the beat to make you rock, got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. Yo, when the beat start bouncing, people start jumping. Hear the beat and you got to do something. Even the baby in the crib start bouncing. Rocking the stadium, the bar on the club scene. I'm gonna drop the wickedest sound. Make them know that we're the best around town. Everywhere we go, we just tear things down. Who tell them say, yo, 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 Mr. Me tougher than steel, tougher than rock. Concrete tough, but we tougher than that. Tough to the core, tough to the max. Not backing down, cause we don't take chat. Move out of the way when the train is on the track. Cause anytime we start, yo, we never gonna stop. We rock them from to straight up to head top. Rasta said that you know. Because we got the beat to make you rock, and we got the boom sound to make it pop. When we start, when I stop, we're gonna take you to the top. We got the beat to make you, we got the beat to make you rock. Got the beat to make you. We got the groove. We make them dance out of them shoes. Wicked people get confused. Rastaman them cannot abuse. Them system refuse. Try test the Rastaman, you know you have a lose. Babylon out the road, them get confused when them see people dancing out of them shoes. Yeah, you hear the news?
Janik say life is the greatest gift to man, and I want them to understand. Yeah. Janik, once you have life, the Most High will keep you strong and guide you away from wrongs. Once you have life, Jaja will take your hands and lead you to the promised land. So once you have life, the Most High will keep you strong and guide you away from wrongs. Once you have life, Jaja will take your hands and lead you to the promised land. Hey, never say you can't, don't you give up, God the Most High is there for you. Hey, and whatever goals you seek in life, you should try achieve it. Hey, and put your mind to whatever you want, and you will have it. Hey, because evil only prey on the weak. Janik, be strong. Hey, and hold up for meditation. In this your iration, help build up your generation. Please stay strong, cause life is so long. Hey, Janik, in this your Gideon. Hey, don't you be the silly one. Hey, Janik never yet followed his best to lead, but don't mislead. And once you have life, the Most High will keep you strong and guide you away from wrongs. Once you have life, Jaja will take your hands and lead you to the promised land. So once you have life, the Most High will keep you strong and guide you away from wrongs. Once you have life, Jaja will take your hands and lead you to the promised land. Hey, you be blessed, don't be stressed, don't follow nobody, you don't be a pest, because good is the key in what you do. So do good to others as they do to you, and let life go, cause only Jaja know where we will be in this lifetime. I say in this lifetime, seek and you shall find, cause love is the answer to all the questions we ask. The truth is in our mind. To seek is to find the goodness you can achieve. Hey, so once you have life, the Most High will keep you strong and guide you away from wrongs. Once you have life, Jaja will take your hands and lead you to the promised land.
Most High will keep you strong. Yeah, I'm back. Give thanks for life. Give thanks, give thanks. What a beautiful day. Kelowna, qu'est-ce que tu fais, ma belle? Commence pas à manger mon divan, toi, là. Hey, whoa. Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. Janik, aka Truman, your host. For this great moment we're going to have together again. So much better when we're together. It's so much better when we're together. That's what I was thinking of. And the more we connect also, the more we connect together, the better this vibration here on Earth will be. Is we just need to connect and stop disconnecting and stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense, most of it. Stop the nonsense and return to a more natural state. And, facts do not cease to exist, even if ignored. A fact is a fact. And the fact is, there's lots of facts here that are ignored. That's the thing. Especially that you are greater than great. That's the first fact I think that we ignore. We can look for facts outside of ourselves, like and enumerate all kinds of, but I think if we look at ourselves, before looking outside in the world, I tend to look at myself and see what kind of change could possibly happen to impact the world outside, inside, because there's always something great you can do from the inside to impact the world outside. And the first look I think we should have is on the inside, not so much on the outside, but we are people that train to look on the outside, and that's what happened most in our life. We're going to look on the outside, but if we look from the inside, we're going to find, first of all, a lot of inspiration. That's where, you don't find too much inspiration. You're going to find it on the outside with other people. But I mean, inspiration is a must to stay alive. That's very important. And how do you tap into your inspiration to be consistently on top of your game? because that's what we want. We want to be consistently on top of our game, on top of our stuff. We have to do. You don't want to be under. You don't want you don't want to understand. You want to be overstanding your situation. So you better be over your stuff. And it's easier also to navigate in those troubled waters once you know the facts about yourself. Like, so it's so evident. The worst is it's so evident. We're so great. We're such a wonderful people. You know, even yesterday I was sitting waiting for Kim at the grocery market of L, and I was just looking at people going in, going out, and often, like, I tend to have more compassion and stop thinking that people are zombies and this and that. And I used to think that a lot. I used to go out and see people and see them all as living dead zombies. But I think we are very, very, even though in our program state, we're still we do a lot of evil stuff without knowing, but people don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. This is what I was telling myself. It's like you avoid the facts. You avoid the facts all your life. So for sure, if you're in avoidance, you're certainly not in acceptance. Fact is a fact. We should not avoid the facts, for sure. Especially when it comes to ourselves. That we're here on a duty. We're not. The fact is, we're not here to watch TV. C'est sûr et certain, ça. Today, it makes so much sense in my head to not watch TV. Makes so much sense. Where before, it made sense in my program state to watch it. Like, it's the same. You just deprogram yourself. Deprogram yourself and stop being so rigid with your way of thinking. I think that's mostly what limits a lot of people is the afraid of change, afraid of losing something if they change an habit or if they stop watching TV, or they're afraid they're gonna miss something in the world, or they like. There's absolutely for me nothing to miss in that box other than missing my own greatness in the process. That's probably what you'll miss. You'll miss you. Good man, have to change that perception. Compassion is basis of love. Yeah, that's it. It's compassion. And to see everyone as zombies, like I said, it's a bit wrong from my part. I don't feel it. It doesn't feel good. You know, it's not. It doesn't bring a good feeling to go out and think that everybody's living dead zombies. First of all, it doesn't give me much hope. It doesn't give me much hope. I feel very lonely. But if I melt myself within the people, also, you have much bigger chance to reach their heart if you're compassionate, if you're polite, if you're extremely polite. Calling people globe tards or whatever the name. Sometimes I see stuff online. People are so angry. You know, people are angry. Angry for what? Be kind, be lovey. That's all we have left is love, is cultivating more love. There's enough hate here. There's enough hate and selfishness. All we need is more love. So why not, emphasize the good vibration? And again, love is big. Love is not just saying love is respect, first of all. There's respect and love, for sure. Love comes with a big bagage. If you intend to carry love on your journey, genuine love, you better have a big suitcase because it contains a lot of stuff and we have to reach it. We have to reach that genuine love. It's unconditional love, yeah, just like the nature. You know, sometimes I look at nature, and that's what we're going to reflect a lot tomorrow with Lily on the Truman Show, is we just have to look at nature and we could manage our life very much easier. Like if I would have had a look at nature the way I look at it today, I would have been also more empowered. Like look at the birds, the trees, the blade of grass, everything that surrounds me, and everything that today I perceive the sacred mission. You know, before I wasn't even perceiving the sacred mission of nature. So detached from everything, from yourself, from nature, from other people, that you don't make sense of nothing. Things just exist. Can we make sense of what exists, especially us? But we don't. We completely avoid and to think, first of all, because it involves thinking. Once you start working on something that really matters, instead of watching TV, instead of watching TV and eating popcorn, you don't need to think too much. But when you start leaving TV, you start to think, for sure, and great stuff are gonna come. It's not only negative thinking. Mostly it's positive thinking, because you left the negative thinking, you left the TV. We are all truly one, no matter the personal thoughts, feelings, actions, some more misguided than others. Yeah, and that's why I changed the title also on our reasoning tomorrow. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones. We are the ones that have to wake up. We are the ones that have to take responsibility for the mess, the mess we have created. We have created that mess. You can you can de-responsibilize yourself from the mess that's been created, but the mess is still there, and you're still here. So you just pretend not to know or not to be here. It's all pretension. The moment also we're gonna stop pretending, which is very important. We're not gonna ignore the facts. But if we keep pretending, live a life of pretending all our life, we're gonna ignore the facts, because our ego is fed, and everything seems very cool, and and some are more misguided than others, for sure. Some are more misguided than others, but do they? Like that's where compassion comes in. That's where compassion comes in. And it's so important, because it's going to lift you up also. If you're always angry at people, if you have bad vibes, if you have like I say, calling people living dead and all kinds of names, and just because you have found yourself, you have reconnect yourself, which is normal. It's nothing extravagant, nothing very special what I'm doing here. I reconnected, but I just live in a world that pretty much everybody is disconnected. So disconnected from who they are, alienated from who they are. But it's just I reconnected to a part, I think a certain, maybe 5% of who I am, and the rest will come in the process. But at least I have my eyes on it. I know where I'm going with this. But most people have no idea. They have no idea. But it's not because they have no idea also that I have to put myself on the pedestal and fuck it. Fuck it, I'm not like that. I just want to have compassion for people, because the more I know, in a way, the more I know about, most of all, I know about myself more. I feel more powerful, and I become more quiet. I became more quiet anyway in the process. In the process of gaining more wisdom, mostly about who you are, and the place you are, and the people you're with, and the confusion, and clearing the confusion, having that moment of clarity, very important. Having that moment of clarity, which is going to make everything clear, for sure. And it's important. And like this fire here, yesterday I was thinking about it. I always put a fire behind. But it takes patience to light a fire, to start a fire sometime, especially if you're in the wood. If you go in natural condition, okay? If you go in natural condition, I'm not talking if you have a match, a paper. And if you go in natural condition with nothing, just with the stones or whatever to make sparks, it's going to take a lot of patience to start a fire. So to start the fire inside of you is going to take patience also. And not only that, you're going to need to breathe. Does that fire will work if it doesn't breathe? Will this fire burn if there's no oxygen, if it doesn't breathe, if you smother it? Like si tu l'étouffes, ton feu, il pognera pas. It will not catch. So you have to make sure you breathe in the process. But breathing, it's conscious breathing, because this is doing conscious breathing. For sure. The fire is breathing. If it wouldn't breathe, it wouldn't burn. So it's conscious breathing. I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. And then the more wood you had, the bigger the fire is. So that's the same thing with us. We got to make sure we take breath in the process, that we can't be too stressed out, and take a breath and relax, just like the fire, and keep adding wood each and every day. And you will create a huge fire. That fire will transport you. And that fire is what will burn the Babylon. It's the fire inside us. When we say burn down Babylon, it's nothing else but the fire inside us. We're not going to burn it down to the ground with the bombs and stuff. It's not going to work like that. It's going to work with a personal revolution. That's what's going to change the vibe here. The vibe. And we are going to be probably less on the side of the dream of hell and start recreating paradise, like Jabba said. Large up Jabba with his new album. I saw an interview of him yesterday also. Great stuff. Very happy for him. Very happy for him that they are back on track. That's what we need, to all be back on track, to be on track. Once you're on track, you're not distracted. So it's just to be on track. Stay on track. Stay on your stuff. Stay focused. Eyes on the prize. Don't let negative vibes come near you. Don't let distraction come near you. Seduction. It's very easy. You're going to rise to the top in no time. I'm telling you. In whatever field you want to do in life, whatever you want to do, whatever is your dream, is your goals. If you stay on track, what? That's what you need to win. You need to be on track. There's a guy that run that circle where they run. If he goes off track, will he? Where do you have more chance to win? If you're on the track and field stuff, if you stay on track, if you stay in your track. But if you keep going off and off and off and off track, surely not gonna win. So you want to win life. Life wants you to win, but stay on track. Stay in your corridor with the eyes on the prize, and you're gonna get it. But if you're constantly drifting to, I say, the outside, the more you go outside of the track, the more you go into nonsense. And this is where at one point you lose yourself into nonsense. So stay on track. That's my advice to you. That's what I try to be every day, on track. Extinguish the oxygen that Babylon exists on. Yeah, that's it. We get... But Babylon doesn't have really a fire. Babylon doesn't really have a fire. Babylon is just, first of all, it's in our heads. It's in us. It's in you can also define Babylon but the fire. I'm focusing more on the energy, on what's energy and all this. To me, Babylon, we give it energy. Babylon, it doesn't have. It's just the machine is well geared, so it's go on. It doesn't need really a fire to stay alive, because we don't even need. It's very low vibration. It's very low vibration, Babylon. So it doesn't really need. It just need people on automat, and you will keep it alive. So the moment we light up this fire, this is where, to me, Babylon will start to collapse. And that's it. Make sure your fire always have lots of oxygen, and that's it. Yeah. But that's it. I don't know. To me, it's very clear and simple that, and we must remain also very, very focused and connected together. That's very important. That's very important, because it could be it's to win each and every day. It's good to say, I do a good talk yesterday, but that's yesterday. What about today? I always focus about today. What's today? Because I always feel brand new. Every day I come here. I never feel like it's repeat. I never feel like it's because it's a brand new day. It's that feeling of brand new also that we miss in our life, and that make us fall into some kind of routine that sometimes is not the most empowering routine. It's okay to have routine, but I have routine. This is a routine, but it's very empowering. I find I build more strength. Every time I come here. I get better with my English also. It's also to practice my English, and it has a lot of benefit for me to do this. It only has benefits, and that's it. I'm not here to save anyone, but I can help certain people maybe to just open up their eyes, and I'm not gonna change your mind. My intention has never been to change the mind of people. It's just to speak what I have to say and to pass my message. And I have, but the message is the same for. But the message is the message. Message is love. The base of my message is love. It's just love. So genuine love and compassion, love, empathy, all that we should have for each other in order to feel good with ourselves also, because you feel much better with yourself. If you feel better with others, you feel better with yourself. That's for sure. But you can feel good with yourself, but you want to add an extra feeling, feel good with others. Make others feel good, and you're going to see that it's very... you get a bonus. It's a bonus there. And that bonus is very, very... that bonus is full of energy. No? This is what we got to find also, a way to tap into our energy and to stay alive and to stay vital. You know, each and every day is a battle. It's already hard like that in Babylon just to survive and to stay focused. If you have nothing on top of that to keep you focused, to make sure you have some kind of focus coming into your awareness, come on, you're going to go this whole life distracted by all kinds of stuff, all people, distracted by people, by substance, by the sports, professional, name it. Not that I don't like sports. Sports is good. It's good to move. But it's the whole entertainment industry. That's a bit too much. It's like a big circus out there. It's like a big circus, but you know, it's up to you and me to face reality also. We can talk about it. We can talk, point fingers to the people that create that circus, but that's not gonna change anything. We have to take responsibility for our life and create something. Create something out of your life. Be present into your life. A genuine, have your genuine dream, or your, how can I say that? Your, something original to work on, and then that's very, very, very powerful. Once you find that, once you find something to work on that is very original and that comes from you and you created it, and each and every day, but it's not really work, but you work on it for sure. There's got to be some effort involved, but it's not really effort too. I don't know. It's just a passion. I love to speak. I love music. So all this come very effortlessly, and sometimes I have to stay motivated, to create more, because sometimes, like the dub plate, I have done so many dub plates. Like I think there's like 42 or 43 dub plates. It's a lot, but you know, this is where I have to find not the motivation, because I have it, but find the inspiration or the kick to do more, because and that's what I want to do. There's more coming. There's Kazam working on something. Kazam Davis, I was talking to him yesterday. He's going to be working on some rhythm, and Don Tepo also soon again. So there is more coming. Like, I'm always into thinking of creating a new connection, a new and looking for new artists also. A new tune, like not just reggae. Everything I want to connect with the world. It's not just reggae music. I love reggae music. It's smooth. It's very inspiring. It's very motivating. Like, they're good motivational speakers. Reggae singers are very good motivational speakers. And yeah, that's it. It's you gotta find, you know, in anything that you stay with, that you stay attached with. Like me, it's music. I make sure that I still find a great dose of inspiration in everything that I consume. It's got to be inspiring me. Like yesterday, I was looking also at Arthur's video. I watched maybe half of it. You know, this is the kind of thing that I like to hear. I love to hear Arthur's reflection. I don't buy everything he says, but it makes sense. Pretty much everything makes sense, but it doesn't. Again, it's not my thought; it's his thought. We're just like exchanging and feeding on that great vibe. But that's it. It's to take also each one to each one. So you can think that and nature teaches a lot. Not only other people, but nature also. This is where the part where I think we miss observancy. We miss the observancy of the present time of it, everything. That's why I said before, sometimes we can be very detached from our surrounding because we're not observant. We're really not observant enough. That was my experience. Whatever I have experienced, some of you can relate to that. I don't have a I'm like you. I mean, I don't feel very different. We all have an experience here. That's what we share. So we all have skills given to us. Recognize them within and use them. Key to joy. That's it. Use your gift. But it's like something you have to craft. Also, you're not. I don't think anyone is born with talent. You're not born with talent, but you're born with talent. You're talented in something for sure. Like you're born with talent, but you're made perfect. Your body's perfect. You're crafted to perfection. That's one thing with our bodies. Now, look at our bodies. It's crafted to perfection. You cannot tell me the opposite. The body is perfect. Everything works in synergy. Everything you can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can touch, this body is perfect. But it's the outside, it's what's inside that we have to. I don't know, probably we can come to a state of perfection as much as the body is perfect on the inside. Maybe what we show on the inside can show more perfection, more. But I think it's improvement. I think I improve each and every day. I'm not perfect, and I'm getting there, but I think my body, is perfect. I think we are born with talents. That's what I'm saying. You're born with talents. Yeah, for sure. You're talented in something. You're not just numb. You didn't came here with arms and legs and a brain to think, to not have some kind of talent, but you have to find it. You have to do things. You have to have experience in life to find your passion, what you love, and then you go after that. But this, you find this young also, the fiber that you have inside you that will, sometimes it comes young, the inspiration. But yeah, for sure, we're all born with talents. But which talent you have, which talent I have, is something we have to discover, because it's covered by this veil of ignorance, or I don't know how to call it. Because we're very detached, very divided on the inside. So time could be hard to just get back to the right alignment. Yeah, it's to recognize them and nurture them. Exactly. If you don't recognize, again, it's a fact. It's a fact. We're all here with so much to offer. So much to offer. We all have such huge talents into something. I don't know what's your talent. You, Suzanne, you have discovered your talent. I've discovered mine. I'm working on it. But I know my talent, my skills, if you want to say. I don't like the word skills, but my way is speaking. That's all that's what came to me, and that's the inspiration I had, and that's what I was guided to also. I was guided to speak because I was consuming a lot of motivational speaker, and I loved it. Like I always love to listen to a good motivational podcast, whether it's Gary Vee or even the Gary Vee. I watch him sometimes because he's driven, the guy, and that's what I like from him. Okay, maybe not all the material aspect of him, but he's not so superficial. He's not superficial. He's very down to earth. So that's what I like about him. But I love to watch and to listen motivational tapes because I love it. So I knew my way was going to be into a motivational speaker. But I said it in early videos also. It wasn't just like normal motivational. I was going to put truth in there and really like about truth. There's truth in what we say, what we do, what we are. There's the truth is there. It's just in plain sight. There's truth in everything. I think, sometimes it's hidden, but I think it's more hidden because we leave it hidden because the truth is in plain sight. They can't hide the sun. Can they hide the sun? They're trying. They're trying with chemtrails. They're trying with chemtrails to hide it, but I don't think they can hide the truth, and it's like a lion, let it loose, it'll defend itself. You don't need to defend the truth, you don't need to stand for truth, you don't need to let it loose. It's the evidence of what surrounds us. But people have, it's just we have to open up our eyes and start looking at things very, very objectively for what they are. But if we don't, we're completely doomed to a life of illusion. But that's it. And you have to feel it. Dante, bonjour Dante. Yeah, you have to feel it. Very important. You feel it. The truth that I marked it on my other channel. I think it's Truman Show. I marked the truth. You know it when you feel it. That's how you know the truth, when you feel it. If you don't feel it, you got more inner work to do, or inner self-realization. You got to feel that stuff. You got to feel that stuff. That's why the first day for me, I did all kinds of, I listened to all kinds of people, motivational speaker at first, and then I went into Jordan Maxwell, all these guys that talks on YouTube about the lies and deception of this world. And yeah, that's what I realized at one point, that it was very, it's something you have to feel. If you don't feel it, you're just gonna, first of all, you're not gonna have a genuine feeling. It's important to have that genuine feeling of truth, and feel also the truth within you. Because if you don't feel it, if you just talk about truth, you're just going to talk about truth. But if you feel the truth, you're going to be in action. You know what I mean? So you're going to create something. You're going to be in action. You're going to be in action. No doubt about this. So feeling the truth is very deep. It's feeling yourself also, and feeling your alignment, and feeling your presence, and feeling the environment. You're observant. You become outside of your robotic state, natural, more with nature and stuff. And me, it's a very today I became a lot more observant with nature, and I find a lot of sense in what's happening with the trees, what's happening with the grass, with the river, with the fire, with the rain, with the, all this has a very, very divine meaning for existence, just like us, but we're so detached because we don't have that connection with nature. Most people have lost their connection with nature. They barely go outside. They barely go take a walk, barely go to the park. The TV is more important. The phones are more important. All the technology is more important than go make a little fire in nature, sit on the bush there, look at the fire and make sense of it. Oh, maybe I could have that same thing inside of me, maybe. No, we were very passive, non-observant, and non-reflective. So, but if we would be going on the side of the river, all of us, and start using our head and wondering, why is the fire taking place and what's happening with the fire, maybe we would light up more of that fire inside. I don't know. It's just something I think, but that's why I really know we are for might. What did you write? I don't understand it. Same place energetically. I look to nature to understand natural. Yeah, that's it. Look at nature. And that's something I didn't really do before, is look at nature. But today, like just yesterday, I was thinking of that, the fire. But I've never really think of it like the way I thought of it yesterday, and the lava and all that stuff. Anyway, there's so much to relate with nature, and so much that we can learn also just from nature. From the place energetically. Okay, sorry. No, that's it. It's very true, Dante. And you can make so much sense of your own life. Just take the tree, What is the tree does? The tree is branching out. But that's what we have to do. We have to branch out. And the more we branch out, the more we connect to our roots. It's the same with the stronger the roots are. If the bigger the tree, the stronger the roots. So the more we're going to grow that tree of life, and branch out, and connect, and give fruit, the stronger the root's going to be. And the roots is our foundation. The root, also, it's very important, the word roots, because the word roots involve radicality, which is what we need. We need to be radical with the nonsense. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, there's a lot to just look at nature, and I'm telling you, just go out, just sit in a park or on the side of the river and observe around you what's going on. And I'm telling you, your perception is going to change. It's the perception we have. It's the perception of nature we have, the perception of other people, the perception of all this is so based on selfishness, illusion, confusion. We're all so mixed up. We're all very, very mixed up. Very confused in our program state. Very confused in our program state, and we're not observant enough. It's just that we're not present and observant. If you become present and observant, you're going to ask yourself also, and you start to also connect with other people that teach you stuff. Like I read a book before, I've never thought of it, but every leaf has point. Why all the points in nature? Why everything is pointy? Like I've never really made the reflection about it. And why is everything on the ground not pointy, like clover are not pointy? Stuff that are close to the ground. The leaves are not pointy. But why, when you go to a tree, every tree you're going to find in nature, the leaves have points. It ends up with a point. The branch, your air, everything has points. But I've never really asked these kind of questions. And, does the river stop her flow? Does the river stop the flow of... no, the flow is all... Sometimes it overflow. Sometimes it's contained, but the flow is always going. That's what we should do. Let the love flow like the water flow. But no, we restrain the love. We restrain the good vibes from flowing. That's a good vibe, the water. The water always flow in the river. That's it. Anyway, me, I find a lot of great reasoning with nature. Yeah, for sure. And that tells me a lot. That brings me a lot of answers and a lot of stuff, especially the trees. The why is the tree ascending in the sap ascend in the tree and all that stuff. What, you think a tree just exist? No, a tree is very, very divine. On a very divine mission also. Very divine mission. Sacred mission. Everything is very electric also. So, but anyway. It's also true, but it's also very ignored. But these are facts. These are facts. You can't deny it. Nature is all around us, everywhere. It's a fact. And it's not... facts do not cease to exist because they're ignored. So I think a fire will stay a fire. And I think the fire on Babylon is getting more activated. And it's getting bigger by the day, because we're waking up to who we are and letting go of the nonsense and focusing more on activating that genuine dream of life, or reality of life. Because it's good to dream at one point, but it's good to bring back ourselves also in the present moment and do something, be part of it. Like, it's happening, the dream. It's not something... Your dream is not in a distant future. It's happening right now. You can make it happen right now. You can start being part of it right now if you start taking action. What matters is not what you get at the end. It's the action you take each and every day. It's the little things you do and the little words you say that makes you have really great days, and that will make you have a really great life. So, yeah. We are lucky we have parents who take us out in nature early. Me too, my mother was very... she wasn't the type of person on the TV or feeding us candies or stuff or drinking soda pop. I never had that in my house when I was growing up. Always a good environment, very positive also. I don't remember, other than my father was drinking, but that's his thing. I mean... Everybody has clutches, and I don't really judge him for that. He has his parcours in life, and that's his choice. I mean, it doesn't have to be mine. That's all. But a lot of people fall for that stuff. It's not just my father. It's everyone pretty much in this world at one point lift the elbow to drown the sorrow or something like that. Probably the misalignment or... That's for sure. When you abuse substance, it's something. And not just substance. If you abuse anything, if you consume too much of something, it's no good. Because then you're going to create attachment. And then you have problem letting go. So you're going to be stuck. Watch out. Don't get stuck. But yeah, that's it. And if you have parents that are there and that's it, and bring you in nature and help you, guide you. Children need guidance. Some children grow up with no parents, also no guidance, no teaching, just society teaching them stuff, and it's not every children have it. There's lots of suffering on this plane. We know that. But yeah, if you have parents that gave you an opportunity to connect with nature when you were young, it's easier, even if you default at one point, to go back and get your connection, because the base is there, the foundation is there. It's the foundation. That's why it's important to tell the truth to the children, because it's the foundation. They will go and wander in Babylon, even my children. They will go and wander in Babylon, but at least they have a good base. They have an idea of who they are. They haven't crafted yet, but they have an idea that they can be more than what they're told. So just having that idea in mind at one point could spark something, and spark the le périple, or the journey, call it whatever you want. It shouldn't even be a journey. It should be something natural for us to do something with our life, not just default to another person's dream, but building our own. And not only that, feeling alive in the process, also feeling charged. You want to feel charged with life. It's good to be alive, to be here, to exist. But do you feel a charged life? Do you feel like the energy, a very charged life? And that's what we need to go on and smash all the freaking doors that we have in front of us to elevate. Unless you want to stay on the same pace, on the same level of vibration. But I think it's always possible to elevate our vibe, because the more you elevate our vibe, the more you connect with others. The more I bring up my vibe here, the better connection we create, the more genuine connection, the more presence, the more power we feel, the more energy, and that's very positive. Me, I find it amazing. How can we change the world? Teach yourself, then teach your children. That's it. That's what I decided to do, and I wasn't gonna hold back. Also, because I knew my children needed guidance and needed to hear my voice. Your children need to hear your voice, but most parents, they don't hear your voice. They hear the voice of someone else talking through you. That's what's happening. They hear the voice of someone else's value inside your head to talk to them. Society's value, other people, principle, without having your own principles, your own values, and teaching them to your own children, nothing will ever change. Like, it's the best change you can do in the world. You want to make a change? Speak to your children. Speak to them. Make sure they hear your voice. That's one thing. Me, I had enough. First of all, I had enough. I wanted to know at the beginning. I wanted to know what was going on. Why so much confusion? Why the confusion? And then it started being very clear. And at one point, bang, moment of clarity. And from then on, it's just, I couldn't stop talking. I couldn't stop speaking. It's stronger than me. It's stronger than me. You can't even stop. First, I love it. It's a very good, and I create great connection with others. And I face the fact of my greatness each and every day, and try to be a better speaker each and every day. I'm like, it's not because I don't want to improve here. I'm working on improving also, on being more present, having a more fluent ideas flowing and everything. So listen, I got to train this. Any muscle, you got to train them to make them strong. You cannot have strong muscle if you do not train them. If you sit on the couch zapping the converter, ça fait pas des muscles, ça, là? The muscle, you build that from the inside. So this has to work also. You have to train this in order to think straight and to put it in motion also, so that it guides you to move your leg, move all your stuff, and really create that movement. That's why it's called movement, because you move this, moving your mind. And that's the best movement you can ever be part of, is your own movement. But no, we're part of movement external. It's very important for us to be part of movement and fit in this group, this group, this group, when we don't even move our own mind. But the movement, the only movement you should be part of, me that I want to be part of, is my own movement, is moving my own mind towards something that really matters. No, that's the movement we should be part of. But no, again, it's external. Everything in this world, it seems to be very comfortable for us as long as we look externally. But to look on the inside but that's a fact also. It's a fact. And changing the world, yeah, that's it, changing the world. But changing the world, yeah, the world, I don't think the trees will change, but it's the people. It's the people. What's strange is the people. That's our mindset. It's our mindset. It's geared towards destruction more than anything. So we got to stop the destruction, take responsibility for our life, and yeah. Little late, but I'm at a library to get. Oh, salut Red. That's great. We were here vibing high for the last 47 minutes. It says there, or more maybe. I don't know. I don't care. The time is, if I see an hour as being forever and being very long to talk to you, I'm lost. Like it's nothing. It's gonna become timeless. Also, you can't count the cost. Like if you start counting the time and this, and you gotta be effort. It's gonna start being very demanding on you. So don't count the cost. Just do what you have to do here. I refer to time, but mostly I do not care about the. It's just I don't want to sometime be here for 3 hours. Blah, blah, blah. You're gonna be fed up hearing me at one point. And also there's the tomorrow, and there's a very sunny day outside. So I'm gonna go outside very, very soon and enjoy the day for sure because it's sunny. It's summertime. I told you in the summer we might cut this short, but no, I think I'll keep going with that hour of high vibe. Like I say, if I see that as very long, an hour, come on, what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life? Like it should be something that I master. I want to come to master perfectly that hour and be inspired all the way through that hour. This is very important. That's something I started with half an hour. Then I said, okay, we'll go more. We'll take on an hour. And that's very important to me to stick to that and to find the inspiration during. But it's not to find it; it flows. I think the inspiration is not something I have to seek and find, and it flows once you're aligned. Once you're like, I don't go very far. I don't need to go to the supermarket of hell to buy inspiration. It flows. It's like the river, like I said before. The inspiration, the love will flow like the river, and it goes natural. So this is just, I think, to bring ourselves back to a more natural state, like nature. And then we can do so much things. We can connect so easier. We can open our hearts. We can show love. We can access that divine love, that divine frequency, start raising our antennas to catch that frequency of love, of divine. And everything becomes so much easier once you're aligned with the nature. And again, it's an alignment with nature. I'm not telling you what to do. Align yourself with nature. Look at nature. Go sit outside. Look at nature. Align yourself with nature. Anything you create, do it with alignment with nature, and you're good. You're good. That's what I try to do. Everything I create, I speak of, it's an alignment with nature. So what am I doing so evil here? I'm in alignment with nature. That's what I want to have, an alignment with nature. That's all. Not with evil stuff. Nature is my religion. You talk about the religion, I have the same as the tree here. It's the ground. It's being grounded. Yeah. This hour goes by quick. It goes so fast. It goes fast too. And time, really, what is time? Time for me, but look, there is some kind of time. Look, I cannot deny, because if you deny time, you deny that the sun is moving in the sky. there is things in motion. This is what's very important. But if I'm talking about time, I'm talking about divine timing. And that's not with a calendar, with a machine, with a preconceived idea of time, but there is certainly some kind of time elapsing, because from now to later on tonight, it's not the same moment and time and moments. It's a moments after moments. This is what time is for me. Moments after moments after moments after moments. But also, if you deny time, if you say, oh, time doesn't exist, it's just an illusion. Okay, so what? The sun doesn't move? If the sun moves and the moon moves, it's to give us some kind of also reference. But it's just we have the wrong reference with Babylon. We've been misguided with time. Misguided with time. But I think we can still look at the celestial object and have some kind of reference, like it's not something so bad. What's so bad with time is the illusion of time we have created with that Babylonian calendar and all the remembrance of the nonsense of the wars and all that stuff, and just nonsense after nonsense. But time, yeah, that's it. Life and death, that's it. Anyway, there's so much to... But yeah, if I look at the sun moves, so it's very hard for me. And there's day, and I woke up today at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed tonight at 10:30, and it's gonna be dark outside. It's not gonna be sunny. So there is a change in externals. So to avoid and this is avoiding what is again, to say that time is just an illusion, and what is it's avoiding objective observation. And I see the sun move. I see the sun move in the sky. So we can always, and the sun also is very precise on his path. Like every you can say year or something, but every moment, every same moment, the sun has a path. Like from now he's right above my house. But in the winter, what we call winter, where it gets very freaking cold here, that's another time than now, because now it's freaking hot. So, I can difference those times. And then the sun will be all the way back there, all the way back, much further than me. And in the winter, sometimes he barely comes out. So anyway, but this is it's divine timing. It's not the calendar timing. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's just my opinion on it. It's always now, no matter how many clocks click, tick tock. Swiss had a good idea, but the sundial was fine. That's it. The sundial was fine, and that's what I go on. When I think also to manage our life, that's another thing. We go so much by these clocks, and this is not very good. Like we were talking with PT, to have a watch, it goes against the natural rhythm of your heart also. If you put a watch with a tick-tock, it's very like a tick-tock. It's robotic. And then you put it on your wrist. And this is the place where we feel the pulse the most. Where do you take your pulse? If you want to feel the pulse of someone, you go here. But then you put a watch on top of it with a very, very robotic rhythm, with your heart going not non-robotic. So not the same pulse as the watch. So all this come in, create a robotic state, all that. And then after you go put the gold chain, the field chain, the whole thing comes in. The watch, the chain, the jewel, all this seems to be very important. Sun rises, when we rise, sun goes down, we go down. That's it. It's at least nature dictates sucks. Only natural creatures prowl at night. That's it. The common sense for me is when I see the sun up, I'm getting up my bed. The sun is up. It's sunny. It's so bright. Like today, it's full sunny, clear blue sky. Look as far as you want to see. You're going to see only blue sky here. So it's very, very empowering. It's very, and that they know. That's why they try to spray all kinds of shit to lower the energy of the sun, probably. But the sun is very energetic, very, as much as the fire, as much as the... So, become more observant towards nature, and I think it's a great way to go. So I'm out, and I'll be back tonight, live and direct on Byte Radio at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. my time, live and direct, Byte Radio UK. For it's going to be a all genre, relax, chill and relax with Truman, with DJ Truman, live and direct, www.byteradiouk.com. Make it a date, don't be late. You can tune in to with any device. You can use your phone, you can whatever, and we'll play good music and inspiring lyrics and stuff, and just a good vibe, and yeah, we keep the vibe flowing. So I'm out, and that's it. Go bigger, or remember, go home. No choice. It's here and now. It's now or never. Ha! It's now or never. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dante, Suzanne, Red. Love you all. Beautiful people, even the one not chatting. And I'll be back another now. Another now. Live and direct. Janik. A.K.A. Truman. The only one. The original Truman. Yeah, yeah. Boom! He's out.